Hi, my name is Dr. John Douillard, and I want to talk to you about an amazing herb called Brahmi, or Centella Asiatica. This is an herb that, according to the Ayurvedic text, is the #1 or main herb for treating the nervous system and the brain. It's considered the most important herb for treating longevity, aging, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, the dementia, senility issues. It boosts immunity, it boosts adrenal function, memory. It is an extremely important herb or nerve tonic that has been used effectively for thousands and thousands of years. Now, we all know that stress bangs away at our intestinal tract. I've reported in my previous health reports that 95% of the serotonin in the body is actually produced, manufactured, and stored in your gut, and only 5% of that serotonin is actually in our brain at any given time. So we know now that we process stress through our intestinal tract. When we're under stress, the tissues, the skin that lines your intestinal tract becomes tense. And when the skin, wherever there's nerve endings, whether there's skin on your body, on your face, in your intestinal tract, lining your arteries, or inside of your heart, in some of your organs, wherever there's skin, and there's stress that impacts that skin, the tissues will tense and blood supply will be compromised. When that happens, the body lays down a protective tissue called scar tissue or fibrous tissue. And that renders this tissue is extremely tough and very, very rigid and non-elastic. It's kind of like if you don't water your lawn, you get crabgrass. It's still grass, but it's a tough version of grass. So when the body is under stress, it produces a fibrous tissue that lines the skin, makes the skin more thick, less functional as an organ so it can take nutrition in and waste out. And if the skin on the outside of your body is lined with scar tissue, it's not going to glow, it's not going to radiate, it's not going to function as an organ. On the inside of our body, in our organs, and particularly the most important skin that lines your digestive tract, and when this skin becomes damaged, irritated, and laced with fibrous tissue, it becomes non-functional. Now, this herb, Brahmi, or Centella Asiatica, has been actually shown to actually reverse the production of scar tissue. There's a condition called Scleroderma, which is defined by its ability to actually produce extra fibrous tissue in all of the skin in the body. It creates Raynaud's conditions in your skin where the vessels of your skin, the venous drainage of your skin becomes compromised and your fingers get cold. It can cause thickening of your skin, thickening of your intestinal wall. It can cause thickening of the muscle in the heart. It creates problems throughout the body because fibrous tissue accumulates. This herb, Centella Asiatica, or Brahmi, has been shown in numerous studies that I cite in the article associated with this video to actually reverse and actually help to remodel the collagen, reverse the production of the fibrous tissue, decrease the fibrous tissue, and protect the accumulation of the fibrous tissue, which is shown in some studies that I also cite to actually help the stomach and small intestine heal itself from stomach or duodenal ulcers. It's been shown in other studies that I also cite to actually reverse or decrease the production of arterial plaque. Again, this is the plaque, the fibrous tissue building up in the skin that lines your arterial walls. So here's an herb that helps to increase the nervous system's ability to handle stress, to help sever the relationship of the stress banging away at your intestinal tract where it compromises digestion. Many of the digestive problems that we have as a result of stress, we don't even notice. We stop eating hard to digest foods, we change our diet, we get tired after we eat a meal, we bloat, we have heartburn, we have gas and digestion, we have constipation. Many of these very common problems are caused by the impact of stress on our digestive system. The digestive system becomes irritated. It produces this fibrous tissue which compromises function of the digestive system and eventually compromises the absorption of the nutrition that we need to handle the stress in an appropriate manner and stabilize our mood and our mental health. So here's an herb, this Brahmi or Centella Asiatica. It helps the body cope with stress, and it actually repairs the skin everywhere. It's been shown in studies to repair the damage of the skin externally as well as the skin internally. So please do some research. Go to my website at lifespa.com. Read more about this herb Brahmi and how it's so effective for healing and repairing the skin and protecting the nervous system from being exhausted and worn out from a life of stress and wear and tear. Thank you for listening. I'm Dr. John Douillard.